Today we'll discuss about function. Then we'll go one by one with the examples like function expression, function declaration, anonymous function, callback function, immediately invoke function execution, arrow function, pure function, and one short description about higher order function. So what is a function? So a function is a block where we can perform some task. It means if you need to perform similar task multiple times in an application, then you can use a function to reuse the code. बेसिकली मान लो जहाँ पे एक ही काम हम लोग को बार बार करना पड़ रहा है और एक ही कोड हम लोग को बार बार लिखना पड़ रहा है, so it's better to use that particular code in that block. We can call that function from different places. So that's why we are using function. To create a function, what are the things we need to follow? One thing is like function keyword, another thing is function name with the parenthesis, and then the function body. In here, I have declared the function keyword, and after that, I am giving the function name print name. Then I have given the parenthesis. Then I just given the block console dot log console.log. Here I can print name is called. So we just created a function name print name. So this is basically called function declaration. Function declaration means we declare a function with the name print name, and we have written something inside the function. So this mechanism is called function declaration. So now function declaration is done. After that, what to do? So to call that function, we have to give that function name, after that parenthesis. Okay, let's run this program now. See, we can see the output. The print name is called. We can pass some arguments to the function call, and that argument will behave in the function as like a parameter. Means if I'll give name here, so this name is a parameter for this function print name. Here I can pass avi. So avi is an argument and name is a parameter. So avi will be stored to the name. Now this name I can print here. Let's see. See, we can see the output print name is called, then the avi has been printed. So basically we can pass the argument as a parameter to the function name. So now we will discuss about function expression. Function expression mean when we try to store a function in a variable, then it is been called function expression. Let's take one example. Let print name 1, then function is. So this is the function. I am storing this function to the variable name is print name 1. So now this variable name 1 I can call with the parenthesis console.log See, print name is called is being the output. Now I can say this function doesn't have any name. सो जो फंक्शन का नाम नहीं होता है उस फंक्शन को हम लोग बोलते हैं एनोनिमस फंक्शन. द फंक्शन हु डज नॉट हैव एनी नेम इज बीइंग कॉल्ड एनोनिमस फंक्शन. तो जो हम लोग फंक्शन एक्सप्रेशन के लिए यूज करते हैं जो वेरिएबल वी कैन से लाइक दैट those are being called like function anonymous function because we don't have any function name. We just store this function into a variable and that variable we called with the parenthesis, or we can write like this also anonymous function then this. Now I'm getting one error. To avoid this error I can use the parenthesis here. Okay, so this is the basically anonymous function because this function doesn't have any name. So by default function return undefined. I can show you what return. Now I can console this function name. See, the print name one is called, then it's giving undefined. But we can return anything from the function, like return. We can return multiple data also, and we can return single data also. I just return Abhi. Okay. So callback function means we can pass a function to another function as a argument and we can execute that function later, or based on some condition we can execute that function. मान लो uh, the callback means it's the basically whenever I need it I can call it back. That okay, I'll give one example of callback. If I log into the Facebook account and in that account have the multiple things like followers, profile pictures and everything, right? But whenever we go to the home page, we don't have the other things. So the callback means whenever I'm loading to the home of that Facebook account, then it's basically I'll call back that function if my home is totally loaded, then I'll perform that task. So in here I have written one function that is add, and in that function I am returning just addition of a and b. Then I have written another function, it's being called addition function. In here I just written three parameters a, v and fn. So what I am doing, I'm just calling the addition with this argument 0 comma 0, then I'm passing this add function. So this add function is being assigned to fn. So what is happening? So callback means whenever we pass a function as an argument to the another function and that function will be executed later or it will be called back later, that function is being called callback function. तो मैंने यहीं पे क्या किया, ऐड कहाँ पे स्टोर हो गया एफ एन में, एंड इस एफ एन को मैं कॉल कर रहा हूँ बाद में आफ्टर सर्टन कंडीशन, मतलब ए और बी जीरो नहीं होगा देन कॉल दिस फंक्शन, अदरवाइज सिंपली रिटर्न दिस जीरो. I have taken this 0 comma 0, so it means it will not go inside this if block, it will come to the else block, right? It will simply return 0. Now if I do the changes 1 and 2, then it should give me return 3. Yeah. So in here I can give any arguments name a and b, and this a and b is storing to the a and b parameter. Okay, and I am returning this function, and this function is returning with the addition of a and b. So that's why it's giving me 3. Now we'll discuss about immediately invoke function execution. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? इसका मतलब है कोई भी फंक्शन में डिक्लेयर कर चुका हूँ एंड उस फंक्शन को मुझे अभी के अभी उसको एग्जीक्यूट कराना है. So I have to declare that function and I have to call that function immediately. That's all. So how can I'll write that function yes. So this is the function. So this is basically one anonymous function, and this anonymous function I'm calling it with the parenthesis. I'll just write some thing to print console.log immediately invoked function execution. Okay. See it's printing IIFE. Now we discuss about arrow function. Arrow function means we can create function expression by using arrow. That is the shorted form of function keyword. I'll take one example, like how we'll do the function expression, right? Let print name to function, then this. So this is the function expression, right? I'm giving this bracket first initially, then this arrow I'm using. So this is the shortened form of the function expression. इसमें क्या हो गया, मतलब हम लोग को थोड़ा सा कम लिखना पड़ेगा कोडिंग सिंटेक्स. If I'll do write console log and okay arrow function and इस फंक्शन को कॉल करना है with the parenthesis. See, it means showing arrow function is called. Arrow function actually implicitly return the result. हम लोग curly braces नहीं देंगे, then it will return the result. Otherwise I can return like return Sachin. So what will happen? I have to print this function return console log Sachin. See, if I want to avoid this return word, then what we can do, we can remove this curly braces and the return keyword, and simply we can just write this thing. See, we can see the output Sachin. So this is the, like we are minimizing the syntax of the function. It's an arrow function. Now we'll discuss about pure function. Okay. So pure function means it does not have any side effect outside of the block. It always return the same exact value every single time when we give the same input. I'm giving one example. Function add. Okay. A comma b. Now return a plus b. 1,2. Now I'll do the console. So you can see we have given the same input. In the next line also we have given the same input 1 and 2, but you can see the same output like 3 and 3. That means this add is a pure function. मतलब हम लोग यहीं पे कुछ चेंजेस करेंगे एंड बाहर में कुछ चेंजेस हो गया, दैट मीन्स दैट फंक्शन इज नॉट ए प्योर फंक्शन. सो वो फंक्शन प्योर फंक्शन है जिसका कोई साइड इफेक्ट नहीं है ऑन द आउटसाइड, एंड जहाँ पे हम लोग सेम इनपुट देंगे तो सेम आउटपुट ही निकलेगा. जितना बार देंगे सेम इनपुट उतना बार ही सेम आउटपुट आएगा. दैट्स व्हाई एड इज अ प्योर फंक्शन. समझ में आ गया? नाउ आई विल गिव सम एग्जांपल ऑफ द impure function. In here I've written, so in JavaScript library we have so many inbuilt function. I am just taking one example, math.random a, so a this, I'm giving one, in here also I'm giving one. Okay, we can see I have given the same input, but we are getting this different output. That means it is not satisfying the condition of a pure function. We call the function as a first class citizen. What do you mean by the first class citizen? जो जावास्क्रिप्ट का हर काम कर सकता है. जैसे हम लोग कोई भी वेरिएबल और कोई भी डेटा टाइप लाइक स्ट्रिंग और वेर, और same for the function, we can store the function in a variable, we can pass the function as a uh, so we can pass the function as an argument, we can return a function from a function also, that we can check it. So I have write a function print name, right? Now I can return another function from here, right? So basically we can return a function. That's why the function is being called like first class citizen. The last thing we can discuss very short, the higher order function. Higher order function means the function which will accept the argument as a function and it will return as a function. That's all guys. And if you have guys any doubt, please let me know, please give your comment, then I can help you out. If you do like this video, please subscribe it. Thank you guys for watching the video. We will meet in the next session.